everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I certainly am here in Silver City, New Mexico. As you can see, it is beautiful blue skies, some light cloud cover, but 84 degrees or 29 degrees. Just an absolute beautiful day here. I hope wherever you are, it's an absolute beautiful day right now as well. Let's get right to the action, shall we? Hello, my name is Shane, and this is my art. In the heart of Silver City, New Mexico, where art comes to life. Discover the beauty of creativity with my stunning collection of prints. Here at Dalton Gallery, I believe art should be accessible to everyone. That's why I'm excited to introduce my exclusive collection, made here in America. With just a few taps on your phone, you can own a piece of art that speaks to you. Check us out at shanedaltongallery.com or click the banner below and take home some unique art today. All right. Cleaning out my little paint bucket. Thank you all very much for being here today. Appreciate you. Pretty excited about this one. What can I say about it? Needs some work. We have to contemplate what to paint today. We got to know. Let's see about some music. Boom. All right. We just gotta like look at it, see where the balance needs. I really think I need to work on the more foliage, more up here in the front area, which will be easy because I can be seated. Let's see here. Color. We need some of this, some of this, some of that. Okay. Oh my goodness. That is stuck. Oh, okay, got it. Just making sure it didn't smell bad. A little bit of that foresty green. Should be good. So, happy Thursday to you all. Breathe deep. So what I would like to do is, as you can see, we have some green. Maybe I should zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see. God bless. So much static. Yeah, now you can really see. Okay. So what I would like to see is either some more different kinds of greens within here, but similar. So it all has to kind of blend, and I kind of got to fix and finish and pull and push and grind. Yeah, it's a grind. So let's try a little bit of this. Ooh, spaz green. That's what we'll call that. I'm spazzing out. A little bit of yellow. There we go. Two areas of white. And a drop, just a drop of black. Booyah. Blah, 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 blah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta make the correct color, and that's not it. How about them apples? All right, we have all the colors that we need, I think. The brown. It's a very nice bluish green. Mixy, mixy, mixy. So Thursday, happy Thursday. Holy mackerel, that is not a good color. Or is it? I'm scared. Probably should be. As I always say, at any given moment, I just kind of slowly ruin the paintings on accident and then fix them. It's like my whole painting procedure. Let's see about this color. Good is good. Let's work it out, like in and around between. It can be in front. You know, we can wrap things with this color. I think it needs more pigment. Be careful. It's pretty good. I like the colors to intermingle. That is, I don't want any solid edges. So it all has to kind of blend like that. That's the sound of the color blending. As long as I pull that off, we can keep this charade moving. What a beautiful day outside, a little breeze. If you're here from Facebook, come on over to YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate y'all for showing up. Sketch monster. Kind of just blending in a little bit more brown and brown. Keeping the color interested in change, you know? Fixing up any problems I see. Which is basically unpainted canvas for me. Big motorcycle. Broom broom. This is a nice bright color. Let's see if I break it. Breaks the internet. With a color. It's okay. I can deal with that. I like that. Hard color right there, a hard angle, corner of the painting action. Okay. You know, dangerous. A little bit up on top, right here. Put it just in the front. Maybe a little bit over here. Mix it up. Swimming. We're making it happen now. Let's blend in this bright green into this rock I don't know what it is yet. It could be a rock. Help, I'm a rock. Help, I'm a rock. Since this is such a unique and bright color, I don't want to make a mistake with it, because it'll show. So nice and easy, nice blend right across the painting. Patience is a virtue. Whoops. Oopsie. It's cool. It's cool. Keep going. Sometimes you gotta hit things twice. Fill it all in. That's what I just did with this. Nice and easy. Traveling the color, intermixing it through the whole front end here will make it mysteriously pop. What a mystery.
Just some rando. Send. Hey, just stopping in to say hi. Sadly, I'm really busy today.
Hello.
Painting looks amazing so far.
Thank you, just some rando. I appreciate you stopping in and saying hello. Cactus, rock, flowers. Just need to keep moving through, finding the spots. I'm glad to hear that you're busy. That's a good place to be. It means people need your expertise in something. And isn't that fulfilling? Let's not get too scary here and pull the light green over and not just shove it in an area. It's too easy just to put a piece of green there, whereas if we travel it to there, it'll be more natural and probably look better. Probably. But we do know we have to connect, so whoop, 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 whoop. Just follow wherever it's different. No rhyme, no reason right there. Just following different colors. It allows me to double up the color here. Oof. So we got to mix up a little bit more. That's unfortunate. Throw down a little bit more yellow. I wish I could make a larger batch of it. But my allergies, and I don't use very much paint anymore, so it's so nice that I get to just use a very little bit. It'll dry. I just change it. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Welcome. Navia, welcome back. I mean, it has an interesting look to it, doesn't it? The people who just were in my studio were, I mean, everyone who comes in is like, wait, what are you doing here? And I'm like, just putting it together, baby. I don't really say that, but you know. I'm figuring it out. It's hard to do something that isn't done. I have nothing to bounce it off of. I'm just trying to slowly pull it in. And so it's really weird to share a painting that's not finished, because even the people who like this painting a lot, they have areas of the painting they don't even want me to touch. I haven't decided whether I'm going to touch that area yet, you know what I mean? So that's the only real problem I have with doing this stuff and having it unfinished, I guess. But that is the idea of this channel, is to share with people. Look, if you're interested in art and being an artist, there's complicated parts of it. And spending years on your craft, I think, is the most important part. It's really not about anything but you and this moment. And I'm happy to share that on the internet, this moment.
Navya Singh said, "It's coming off really well once you do get a look from afar."
Thank you. Yeah, once you pull back, and luckily you already know. That's the interesting part as well, is I'm sharing focused areas of a very strange look. So, you know, I really appreciate your enthusiasm and you just being here to be a part of it. The now. Here we are. Blending this lighter green across the whole front section of the painting. I'll bet it'll feel like a mistake for a little while. I just want the eyes to be friendly, you know? I don't want any strain. a simple what is all this up here in the front? Let's see here. Go there. Go there. Okay, you can see that good. This whole triangle of color I need to displace. So what I was thinking about is if we do jump, I don't want to jump. We have to slowly bring ourselves over, so let's go. The lady who was just in with her family enjoying the paintings, she was an architect, and that's kind of what I went to college to study. It's always fun talking to an actual architect.
Navya Singh said, "That's a lot of patience you have."
Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Patience, or the ability to think of nothing. I think if I was, patience is needed when you're waiting for something to be done. I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know, I guess there is a point when it's done. That is kind of my struggle, is finding out where that point lie. But patience, I appreciate it. A lot of people say that. I strive to have patience. I do not believe I carry that well at the moment. But imagine, though, if you could just clean your mind of all thoughts and you were just witnessing. Perhaps then patience isn't needed. Contentment, this warm flood of nothingness. A little while ago I was hungry, so I didn't have that warm flood of nothingness. I had hunger pangs. So I don't want to sit in that energy. So I ate an egg, half a granola bar, and I feel good again. Good enough to sit here, clean my mind of any real thinking. Or if I want to think of stuff, I can. And I'm just painting a line. It's kind of funny. It's like the biggest ruse of all. That's what I call the painting magic. This is not real. There's no depth. It's up to the artist to create that depth somehow. was a pretty obnoxious young man, where I would kind of think of art as like, you need to do something, you know? You can't just make it look like it's there. But I have a fondness for people who can paint that. That's patience. This is just new boot goofing, you know what I'm saying? We're just running around, talking to y'all, saying hello, enjoying your company. You know, this is it. I'm not, yeah, it would be great to be like in a museum someday, if I'm lucky, and we don't blow ourselves up. I'll be there. But that's the case forever and ever, all the time. This may not always be if we don't blow ourselves up. It might be if a rock doesn't blow us up. That's still a potentiality, is it not? So I let go of all that, and I get to put one line of color next to another line. It's crazy. I'm blown away all the time by this. I have to be humbled by it. And again, as a witness of it, I don't have to claim responsibility. I'm just, watching it happen too. Yeah, I got to choose the right colors, and I got to do a lot of things. That's why I get to sign the painting, I guess. But I would say that these styles of paintings all through here, they embody energy. They embody this idea, that this effervescence, and I keep saying that like it's a drink, but it's a fizziness that we carry, you know? We're always exfoliating, leaving parts of us blending together, breathing. That's what I'm trying to convey with this. Somehow, maybe. Am I? As soon as I have an idea, I want to lose it. No ideas. Truly a blessing to just sit here and get to hear the trucks outside, little guys who are working.
Said. It's like it carries that depth of every line which you out. So it's not like it just stands there, it's very much of energy it's giving even.
Thank you. That's awesome. And yes, people say that when they come in here. So I'm certainly proud to work it out. Would you guys like to see, I want to ask, like, I have some video of me painting inside a game, but making some pretty good art. And I was thinking of bringing those paintings over here to this channel, because it's just start to finish a dramatic painting. digitally, of course. It's not, but painted by me. Would you guys like to see that stuff? They're like 2-minute videos, time lapse, and it kind of just shares other parts of art. Ooh, this is perfect. Look at this color. I suppose I can turn that down a little bit.
Well, that would be awesome, honestly.
Cool. Thank you for replying. I'll do that. Yeah, because I think it's really cool. I'm really trying to also transition people from silliness of games and like, oh, what a waste of time, which it's not exactly a waste of time. Look it up. Brain surgeons do 30% better, those that play FPS shooters. Anyway, I digress. I want my brain surgeon to play video games. That's all I'm going to say. It takes something that's as crazy and the most violent extremism, but they allow these paintings. And I'm like, well, I want to do a painting. And then I just did a painting and did another painting and another painting. And I'm like, this is amazing. You know, it's just a lot of creativity that can happen within the violence of the life of the game. I suppose that's just now. That's here. You know, there's a whole lot of stuff going on in the world, and yet we choose to be here in this moment being creative. So it doesn't matter whether it's in a video game when there's explosions going off outside, or it's here and it's the news going off outside. Whatever it is, that's kind of interesting. I just threw that together in my head. Cool, so I'll do that. One of the cool things is that one of the video gamers became a friend of mine since we play video games at night. And he found me over on gaming, then came over here, and then ended up getting a print, which is beautiful and wonderful. And I'm like, wow, that's what I want. I want, you know, to pull somebody out of this gaming world and be like, look, inspire them to do something even. Man, I'll shut up. I get to ranting. Let's blend this triangle of color out. And all I have to do is remember, here or even streaming video games, it's now. I don't have to think of like how many views is this gonna get, or are you being entertained? I hope you're being entertained. 'Tis not my goal. My goal here is to paint these lines on here. So someday people from all over the world can go to the Louvre in France and stand and witness the amount of lines that were once placed upon this canvas. Because really, that's all you can do, I suppose, when looking at this insanity. It's just like, whoa. Nice, we're moving our way up to the tree. This is all good. See, it's that crazy ability just to find the two lines. And now it has a reason and a purpose. I hope your Thursday is going well. Thank you for spending time with me today. Mixing up this color. Jenny. Look away. Oh, that color is nice next to the other green. Nice. Let's work our way up. Yep. It could have gone either way. That's the thing with these. Dang, that's cool. And there it is. You feel it? You heard it in my voice? Boom. That's all I get, man. I get multiples of those. But that's it. That elation. That's what I crave, huh? That's why I do this, maybe. Why do racers race cars, man? That elation. That moment. Just keep bringing it up the tree. Just keep bringing it up the tree. Don't stop. See, at the moment, it's crazy what you guys see. Like, I'm not a fan, which is crazy. Back it up a little bit, and then it gives that better, perhaps, showing. Because what we're doing right now is creating dang, son, I'm creating an imbalance in what was balanced. So consistently I'm trying to keep the painting balanced, yet applying like little weights. And then I sit back and I'm like, is it cool? Is it cool? Is everything working out? And then if not, I gotta move a weight over to the other side. So what has happened here is this big black mark that was here earlier is now being grown on. It's kind of like what I think of too, if I'm thinking of stuff, is a slow progress of sand and rain and wind, which then creates landscapes. So if I get, you know, to think of it like that, it helps. Then it's a slow build. Like the sands of time, they're not in a hurry. They just are. Our perception of it makes it happen quicker or slower. How do you feel when you're on the losing side of a soccer team? Then again, how do you feel when you're on the winning side of a soccer team? And you're in the cheer section, and your time does not equal the same experience. So I'm changing the balance ever so slightly, moving weights around the painting. And luckily we're bringing this green right up underneath, and that's, I want to kind of stop it right around here, and then we got to take a break, step back, look at it as a whole, and then come back to maybe lighter, a different kind of green. I don't know yet. We'll find out together. I'm the doors of the ship in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh. Remember, they sighed. Good movie. Shamefully, I've never read the book. But as a badge of young men, and I carried myself, I was proud not to read books. It's dumb, but go back and try to tell me I was doing wrong. I'll double down. So nowadays, I probably wouldn't rate it anyway. I've seen the movie. Terrible. Alright, let's darken it up a little bit because we don't want to keep it the same blase color when traveling up this trunk. I don't know if it's a trunk really. Whatever it is, it's got charisma. It's got the wow factor. Blend it with the outside too. We'll end up hitting it with another color on top, I'm sure. This didn't quite work out. But what did work out is the travel. Ooh, that's kind of scary. A little too bright, but that's cool. It's way over there, all by itself. No harm, no foul.
Sing. Set. What's the size of the paintbrush?
This, Nadia, is my small liner brush. I have two liners that I use generally on these paintings. And today is a small one, and sometimes it's that one. All right, let's take a gander. I like this. I like what I'm seeing. But I also have to remember, like, what a mess. Look at that. Isn't this crazy? Isn't this crazy? So right now, you guys are probably, I mean, it seems like you're 10 feet away, but that's not what you're seeing through this decompression of YouTube. So what you're probably seeing is 20, maybe twice as far, just in what you can pull out, right? I mean, you can see me and it looks like I'm 10 feet. Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is that to see it is so amazing way back there. And we just go bang and then bang. And that's a different vibe altogether. God bless, look at that. So this is very cool. Now right now for you guys, this is super cool. This is why I have to go off of what you see and what I see. This is fantastic over here now. I mean, bright. Definitely got to work on this mess inside the tree, but that's okay. That's going to take just a couple little highlights to bounce that tree out again. And that's what needs to happen, people. You got to get bounced, son. You guys don't want to hear me chew, do you? It's not that kind of show. Wow. I mean, it just looks cool. Let's zoom in more.
Sent. That was two different worlds.
Two different worlds, right? Let's do it again. So what I'm doing right now is just being specific on what you see, which is any photograph. Anything you see on television and the media, everything that you are looking at on that screen is there intentionally. But this, wow, look at that. You get to see the difference in stages. It's crazy. And I really hope that that's what people enjoy. So when they come into my studio, they see a landscape, and then they get closer to the landscape. They're like, wait, what's going on here? They're like, wait, what is happening? You know? And that's the amazement I want to give. So crazy. And if we're lucky, this, why is my elbow wet? If we're lucky, this area right here is just gonna be pulled so far forward that you're gonna be standing on this, whatever this is. I want you to be there. I want you to point up there and be like, look at that, way up there. I mean, look at that, way up there. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm pointing at. It's pretty cool though. Pretty cool. Yeah, very cool. And then we'll get to started on some more clouds. I gotta get that balanced in. But the balancing act is everything. Where's my toothpick? You'd think I wouldn't need toothpicks, because I'm missing so many teeth. But hey, it's not the case. Let's just take it easy. I gotta clear my eyes, and this is important for artists too. They have to stop what they're doing, not look at it, go outside, move around, look at other things, and then bam. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so what I see here is we take this limey green that is over here, just perfect amount, and put it right here somehow. Kind of like boom, boom, boom. You can kind of see my angle of my hand. It's just, I want to create this here. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the sky. People love this painting. Sometimes you can make it, you know? Sometimes you just get it. Sometimes you just get it right. Oh, thank you so much. I'm trying not to fuss with it too much, but I'm such an egomaniac. I'm like, what'd you say? You like my sky? Let me show you my sky. But that's part of it, you know? It's part of why I have a YouTube channel, I guess. I'm I'm flawed. And I'm okay with that. Can't seem to focus right now. What the heck? So this bush needs some fanciness. If I were to zoom into this bush right here, you guys would be like, I didn't see that. That bush has so many lines in it right now. It's pretty wild. We're gonna take a break. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna chill. Let's just chill. Go get yourself a drink, get something, relax, kick your feet up, grab a snack. How are we doing? How are we doing? All right. Ooh. See what I mean? Fresh eyes, man. Fresh eyes. So, brighter yellow. Gotcha. Let's go. Zoom in. So you guys get a better view of what I'm doing. Zoom, bro. Zoom, not. that close. Be kind. Rewind. See, it's like my eyeballs and your eyeballs. There we go. That should be acceptable. That shall be acceptable. So now what we're gonna do is, like I said, bring some of this bright yellow that was over here on the right, here into the middle. I guess it's not bright yellow, but I guess compared to everything else, it's a little goof. Where's my yellow? I want to thank you all for showing up and hanging with us today. Us, me, and whomever else is here. Nadia. That is not the right color. That is not it. There we go. That should be better. I still don't think it's correct. Ooh. That's not good for that, but can I hit this? Yes. Let's give that a little accent, shall we? Need some accent. Bold move. I tell you what, we'll keep it.
Navyasing. Set. Can you explain the bulging part again for the area?
Yeah. So I'm trying to, right now I have the wrong color. That's why I'm putting it up on this plant, because I feel that that plant can have it. But this, we just need to, the brighter the color, that's not always correct. But in a way it is. Okay, so the brighter of the color, the brightness of the color should be closer to you. Yeah? The deeper the color, the more into the backdrop it is. And right now we're just, since I don't have the exact color I need for down here, I am going to just pop in here. And it's basic rules of color theory, I guess. You know, there are rules that I follow that make it easy for your eyes to accept. Because again, it's magic. It's magic. So I have to do things that your eyes, now see how that pops, right? I'm gonna put a little bit up here, I'm gonna put a little bit over here, a little bit over here, and then it'll just help all that ability, because it's a weird color. But it'll be close to what I need. Okay, there are rules. That's why Dali famously said, yeah, you can paint an elephant with 27-foot legs, but you got to know how to paint an elephant first.
Oh, understood.
And so that's just rules that we all follow. You know, you got to know how to paint an elephant, and then you can go ahead and make your elephant any way you want. But understand how an elephant works first, you know? It's kind of like the same thing with painting landscapes in this manner. Follow some rules, everyone will be happy. So I didn't want to put them on all, I just want bang, 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 bang. So now we're going to try to make that color. I need more yellow. A little bit of white. And now we're just searching. We're searching for the color we want. Making it pop. I think I got it. Or something crazy. Let's find out. But you understand, that's what makes my paintings so wild. You got to grab the light, knowing where the light comes from. Muy importante. That's brighter than what was over there, and that's okay. And you will see that I'm using sideways lines as I go down, for the most part. It'll help. Oh, hopefully. See? Keep it up. Kind of making the rounds, going around to different locale. So what is it going to display to us? It'll display to us that this is up out of the shade. You know? We still have this big behemoth of something here to deal with. We'll get there. Add a little more white to this. Just a smidgen of brown. that's not brown at all. That's black. That's a happy accident. A happy... yeah. We'll go with it. Just a little deeper, not as bright. Perfect for the underbelly of the world, because we are still going back and forth in like balance. And if you're thinking making it up as I go along, you're half right, because I'm definitely trying to do something. I'm definitely making it up as I go along. The style, the effort, everything about it, because it's never been done. That was something. See how the weight of the line really helps the discussion of the painting, where the light's coming, where it moves through, pushes things, it pulls things. It works out for me perfectly. Let's try a little bit of brown this time and not black, huh? Mas. More. work. That'll do, pig. Cleaning it up. Works. That'll do. So let's take a look. Stepping back. Stepping back. Scooby-Doo and boo-doo. Scooby-Doo. A scoop and scop, scoot up, scoop and scop, scoot up. Yeah, it looks pretty good. See, I hope it's working out for you guys to see it, but I think so. We just need to elevate this now. We need to get this up higher, higher, higher. We need to figure this out. Scoop and scop and skeet up. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. When I come back, I think this needs some of that because it pulls in here and then it stops. So it's like, whoa. Whoa, Wilbur. So give me a minute. BRB, sell a painting if someone comes in here, would you? Please and thank you. All right. Skadoosh. All right, like I said, got to pull that color across. It's got to go across. So, good start. Let's just pull it in and over. I don't know what that's all about. Must be why I moved to the desert. Doctor's orders, huh? You got the consumption. And that's why Billy the Kid moved here with his mom. Because doctor's orders, she had to go to the desert. And he was a teenager here in Silver City. And what a weird place to be a teenager. So, gets into some trouble. Escapes jail. And then it all began until it ended. Coffee Talk. Welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm your host, Paul Baldwin. Today we're going to talk about some coffee. What coffee are you having? We got, I can't even do the right. And that is why I'm not an actor. I can't remember my lines. So I'm trying to whoop boop, boop boop. I give a pulse to this thing somehow. I guess that's a nice way to kind of share with you all what I'm doing. It's like a pulse of color. And like any good pulse, it needs rhythm, balance. See that? Okay. Not quite. Come on now. Come on now. Okay, now let's put a little bit more of the green in. It's all in the same family. It don't mean it's right. Let's see here, more little drops of yellow. God, it's such a, oh, it's beautiful. These color changes are so minuscule.
Nadia Singh said, now the part even looks very connected to the whole piece as well.
Yeah. Just this slow. Thank you, Nadia, for paying attention. Yeah, it's a slow roll. You gotta really approach these paintings as slow as creation happens if you want to do it right. That's what I kind of always sit with, is the idea that it's watching the sands of time happen. Watching a grass blade grow, literally making it grow, pulling it out of the ground here and there, giving a balance to it. I gotta be over there, don't I? Hold Your Breath moment was brought to you by Snickers bars. They're not a sponsor. But that was a hold your breath moment. Step into a Slim Jim, you know, who could be a cool sponsor? If you want paintbrushes, you want the Isoflex 2028. Isoflex. You know, I've been using Isoflex way before they were a sponsor. All sounds like a lie to me. It all sounds like something clever to say. So if you ever hear me say that, make sure that I have been using said product before it's a sponsor. And for right now, I don't think Marte is going to be all. But unless I get them in the loop, then Monte Marte will be all about it. Even our crappy paints can get into the loop. Okay, let's just keep it up. I gotta take a look at it. We gotta step back, take our time, take a look. Ooh, okay. Okay. More in the middle. What color though? 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 What color? I said what color though? What color though? What color though? What color though? What color? Let's see. Let's make our own colors. We got yellow, some green, some white, let's see what we can do here. Boomer League. Welcome. Outstanding. Thank you. Yeah, that might be a good green. It's a weird green, but I like it. Now with this other yellow in here, this green was kind of the same green as I put in the plants. But over here it kind of works better. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to my studio.
Thank you very much. How are you doing today?
Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Thank you. All the artwork is my artwork.
Wow.
Yeah. Me and this very small paintbrush, one of these two.
Wow.
And right now I'm working on this one, obviously. I have a little YouTube channel I bore the internet with twice a week. And
tell us what that is.
well, you're welcome to one of these cards here. It's Dalton Gallery, basically. It's the same name as the
Okay.
as the place. But these are all cards. These are good. See.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. And then you can show up there. You can see all the prints there. I think I have 23 prints. And then there's my YouTube channels. Makes it easy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, good for you having air-conditioned space because it is hot out there.
It's a little warm.
Yes, it is.
It's a little warm in here too. I don't have it blaring. It's just, evap cooler. So.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Cool. I noticed a lot of those around town. We're traveling with the road.
Yeah. In Tucson, where I've been living for a while, air conditioning is necessary for sure. Swamp cooler, as we call them, the evap coolers, they work, but in August, September, it's over. It doesn't work anymore. So air conditioning is necessary. Here, it really doesn't get that hot.
Well, your chauffleur loves it.
Yeah, doesn't it?
That is a happy chauffleur.
Thank you.
Wow.
She is. She just likes being here. I give her the attention she deserves. I'm trying to do that whole Pavlov dog thing, but in a positive way with her. Every time I brush against her, I give a little of that, so she knows that she has attention. I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe not.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So is that your setup for YouTube?
Yeah. So that's the camera that's on me, and right now we're zoomed into like this area. I'm trying to talk myself through it as well as them. This is a process of creation. This is something that hasn't been done. So I'm trying to share like a landscape that's, quirky and be consistent with that. Nope. They come from Mexico. My mariachi band, they just keep me company. But no, and as well as the ones up there, the Ironwood, Deer Dancers, they're all Mexico. Even Don Quixote. I did one sculpture. Maybe I'll do more in the future. I like it. Fun, right?
That balloon idea, that's an idea whose time has come. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's like one of the first paintings when I moved here.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize when I was finished with it that I was like, oh yeah, we're in New Mexico, like the balloon capital, and it was just so worked out, and it made me feel warm because I had done it subconsciously, I guess, and I realized it post. It's like, oh yeah. But it was a mistake in the clouds. Same with that saguaro there. I made a mistake in the clouds, and then I had to decide what to do with that painting. And you have to be creative, I suppose, if you make a mistake.
I guess I'm not seeing any mistakes.
For sure, for sure. But if you look at the clouds, we're on the top of the clouds, and that certainly isn't where clouds are generally viewed. Unless you're in an airplane.
Levitating.
Huh?
That one looks like it's levitating.
Yeah.
The saguaro.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, it's just up there. So, I had to decide.
So I have a question.
Please.
Is it out there listening really hard, or is it out there going?
I tell you, I don't know, man. When I lived in Tucson, I hiked every trail multiple times through my life of Tucson life, and I think a saguaro is a compliment to be. I hope to be one someday. Just sit and watch 150 sunrises and sunsets. Let birds burrow in you. I mean, what a blessing. What a chill.
Living inside them, this is true.
Yeah, what a motivation just to relax for a good clip. I think they're people, man. I mean, I've hiked among them, and I'm just like, man, these are just amazing. I've seen them hugging, I've seen them dancing, I've seen them hitchhiking. I don't know what's going on with the saguaros, but they're having fun out there.
You're not the only one who's impressed, because people keep digging them up in the desert and taking them home and ruining things. This is a problem that they have with saguaros and trying to keep them protected. Is people keep trying to dig.
Sure, I mean, I've been there since '92 when people were stealing saguaros, and it was a huge problem, and they had to make it a huge crime to dissuade people from doing that. It's a difficult thing. You have to plant it in the ground in the exact same position it was facing when it was dug up, because it needs the same rotation of the sun. So there's so much information there that a person who's just stealing cactus and trying to sell them is not going to understand.
So you're saying it's not going to survive?
Oh, it never will. They'll twist, and then they could starve themselves. They could kink themselves because of the twist. Yeah, so they have to be put in the ground in the exact same position, let alone probably the same elevation, I would recommend, but I don't know. I'm not a saguaro.
People can't possibly get them planted so that
Nah.
they can be happy in a new location.
Nah, they do a pretty good job with science. So the glass is an old lifestyle of mine ago. That's a New York Times article about my store in Tucson. And we were just doing unique things enough to be seen.
So are you here temporarily?
No,
You've moved here.
this is my thing now. I sit, I relax, I paint. That's all I need to do.
Well, thank you very much for letting us get in your hair.
Thank
for
you.
A little while here.
Thank you. Enjoy the town. Enjoy walking around. I hope to see you on my live streams in the future.
All right.
Thank
look
you.
for you.
All right. Color, más color. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fix some problems in this blue, but I don't think that is too bright of a green, so I'm going to tone her down a little bit. And let's fix some problems in here. And as usual, the problems just occur when I didn't cover the canvas with enough pigment. But if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't know where to put these lines. Last night playing Green Hell video game over on my video game channel. I had the most amount of people I've ever had watching a human being play a video game. There was 58 people there, 5-8. There was a moment during stream where I look up and I'm like, oh my God, there's 58 people here watching me play this silly game. Usually it's, I don't know, 6. So, yay! And they stuck around. There's one thing when people bounce in and bounce out, you know? But when people bounce in and they just sticking around watching you goof off, that is something else. Bruv, you know?
That's so good. You must be a good gamer.
I was having fun. I was all whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I was shooting bows and arrows at native tribes in the Amazon. Defense, self-defense. It's the game. And also, usually we don't play Green Hell. It might have been just a thing with Green Hell and people were just into it last night. I don't know. There's no rhyme nor reason to the internet. We'll see. Friday night we do Green Hell again. So we'll see if people show up for that. Tonight is Rust, and I'll be doing another painting on there. I think I want to do, so what we do in Rust, it's just PvE, player versus environment. But the game in itself is a player versus player game. So even last night, we're all on there and we have this huge build and creative stuff. Just having fun being creative in a video game. A bunch of people who don't want to just shoot everybody, you know? Because that's the way the video game was made. So luckily, we're on there with a group of people, hanging out, having fun, and then someone comes in chat and they're just like, oh, why are you playing this game this way? So it's always fun to inspire those people too, because I think if they get to hang out and watch like people be creative or have fun and not just be moidalizing everybody every time, it's just basic King of the Hill game strategy. And if you don't want to do that, why, you know, there's nothing wrong with having fun. That's all I'm going to say about that. I hope you have fun no matter what people say around you. But yeah, tonight we're going to be back on there running some stone. We got to go get some stone, get some wood, get some metal, put it in the TC, which is the tool cupboard, keeps the base alive, and then I can do a painting. And so now that this darker green is in here, I want to kind of put it right here. I'm just going to go anywhere there's a mistake and put this green in, because it's a little bit different from the other greens. Isn't it weird that I'm a pretty good artist? I can say that because I have a whole thing. But gaming is like, people are just on the internet watching gaming. I know some real good artists who even live stream. One guy created like Dark Knight, Batman, DC artist, comic book, 250 people watching him, and you can get a gamer like Tim the Tap Man, Dr. Disrespect, any of the the gamers who are super professional and, you know, millionaires because of it. You get 20,000 people watching them. It's that excitement, yeah? It's that, that moment.
Laura DEZ Art said, I'm so late. We
What
went
up?
for a day trip. I'll send you pics.
Nice. Thank you, Laura. Welcome back. We've been pushing through, as they say, making the painting happen. Now, see, this brightness here is kind of throwing me off because it needs to be weighted more. So here, this is a perfect, I'm glad this is right here right now. So you get to see this. And if I were to take a ruler to my hand right now, it's probably a 2-inch lip down here, okay? That 2-inch lip needs to be here. But you can't have it be just that green, right? So it has to blend, and you gotta feel it out, and you gotta push up and push up and push up so that this 2-inch lip is a 4-inch or 6-inch. Let me see, is that 6? That's 4 inches. This is the balance we're doing, but I turned around and I just saw what you guys see here, and it's very obvious to me what's happening here. In person, you can't quite see this dedicated just line of lines because there's more person versus. Anyway, welcome, Laura. Let's get a grasp on this whole painting, shall we? Not that far. Hang on. The whole painting. It's crazy. And the reason it's dark, it has to be dark right now, because all of this is the undergrowth of what's going to go on top. Yeah, this is the undergrowth. This is all the things that are under the shadows, but it's only here. So everything this way is going to get brighter. Everything this way will have a brightness to it, but not the same. It won't be as direct in coloration. It'll be a bland, not bland, a kind of, I don't know how to put that in words, you know, where this will be stark, Tony Stark all the way down from this point. You can even see it. Boom, boom. But really, in reality, it goes like this: here, 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 here. See how it goes down right there? Boom. And then this is like a little bowl, probably left-facing bowl. But yeah, all in all, that's a terrible look. Anyone showing up right now is like, what is he painting? Garbage? Is that garbage? And then, oh, kinda. A little bit better. But yeah, these are so confusing. Okay, so let's do this. So you see this bush here. You see how terrible it is, right? Let's get fun. What are we doing here anyway? Say hello to.
So the brightness would come as blended, which will try to bring to the upper portion.
Look at that. So the brightness would come as blended with, which will try to bring to the upper, yes, exactly, upper portion as well. A slow bring, you just bring it slow so as to grow the moss, yeah? Isn't that crazy? So I get to see in my world all the intricacies. which then become confusing. So you saw this bush back, it was just like, you know, but now you get closer, you're like, oh, there is a whole lot going on. And if you were here in person, you'd, you know, if I had a high definition camera, you'd be able to see it. Until we do that, you guys are stuck with the acknowledgement. So yes, that bright color, as we can see here, is kind of just steeped in front at that weird level. This is just there, and I need to have it here because it's all about proportions and everything in the painting. It doesn't matter if we're just working on land proportions, we still need the proportions to be correct, whether it's 2/3 or 3/4 of the painting being up here and a quarter, you know what I mean? Everything has to be balanced. So all the rules apply to balancing things in every, it's like a what's that? Chaos, the not Beryllian, but you know what I'm saying? That math where everything is the same. This math. So the closer you get to the sponge, it's still a sponge in there. It's just smaller visions of this, but equal. Oh, there's why my elbow's wet. My seat is wet too. So, I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm gonna make a little bit bigger of a paintbrush. Use a bigger paintbrush with the last of this paint. Come in, fix the mistakes. What I can do also, if I feel that there's too much green, we just go over it with like another color that I like in the future. It wastes my time, yeah, but it fixes the painting. So is there such a thing as a waste of time? I'm not sure yet. I've been learning every moment. This end go? A fish goes where I go. A fish, a fish, a fish. I haven't thought of that in a long time. Work our way through, fix the problems only. Don't add to the painting, only fix. And if I choose that as a rule, then I have a goal. I have a goal to choose to shoot for, and I'm not thinking. And the worst place I could be in right now is in my brain. You know? You don't want to think about it, you just want to allow. Be that vessel, be free of thought. I'm making a bunch more paint, hopefully. Or a new color, but it can't be that far off because it's all the same colors I'm using. Very important in painting. Said it before, I only use 3 to 5 colors, and I do not call black and white a color. So 3 to 5 colors, and then you can include black and white into the shading and highlighting. And I won't say nothing. Okay, so that's dark. It's cool. I can't wait to show you guys the brightness. I mean, we started a little bit, but it's not really the bright color I'm wanting. But this is a nice dark green. Fixing. Fixing. It's a little wet. It's okay. Hopefully it won't drip. I'm using the thicker brush so I can just get a thicker line down. Sharing the idea that it's closer in your face. What's up? Welcome. How you doing? Hill Country Grooming. Welcome to this wild time. There's a lot there. I gotta get up and read it. Okay. Okay. That guy is rocking out there, isn't he? May is motorcycle month. Lots of motorcycles out. The weather is beautiful. I hope you guys can still see what I'm doing over here. Should be able to. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully this green shall ease the middle. It'll ease this up. Just kind of keep adding to it, keep adding green, making sure that we're either staying within the dark or we can start brightening it up with any kind of variable like yellows. And just keep balance, keep pulling light, And I want to work on this in a little bit, not at the moment. Fixing mistakes, pulling light.
Set. Hey, good looking. What y'all got cooking?
Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How about cooking something up with me? Well, you didn't think I knew that song? How are you doing, Junior? Junior! How is life in Yorkshire today, sir? Mwah! Hopefully splendid. La, la, la. Cocaine and waffles, baby. Every day. You crazy, bro? Man, there's so much color here. I'm getting excited, people. This is really making me happy.
Junior racing. Set. Well, waffles and cocaine in that order.
Shoot. Shoot. Well, I'm happy to see you here, brother. Looks like you got a wanted poster up on over on Rust. Just want to let you know that. I seem to have seen a wanted poster that said Junior, and that, sir, is Junior.
If I drew the masterpiece, I would be doing it with a semi-on.
Yeah. Perhaps that is not allowed, sir.
Set. Like no lie, I would not be able to stand up at least on YouTube.
Well,
Junior racing. Set.
I just know.
Oh, really, I will give it a look-see.
I mean, I don't think you'll be able to find it. I put up a wanted sign with your mug on it and Dell's. You guys are all looking scared, by the way. Tonight I'll make a special effort. Fixing mistakes here, people. That's all we're doing. Let's move. Let's just take a look at it real quick.
Junior racing. Set. You know I charge admin fees and royalties to use my likeness in video games.
Oh, I
Junior
didn't
racing.
know.
Set.
Jeez Louise.
Like gal, I ain't cheap, brother.
How much do I owe ya? I ain't gonna stop. Just send me a bill, brother. Just send me a bill. Bruv, I'm learning how to speak English. In it. Just calmly bring in the green in. Let's put some up here, shall we? I feel that it needs to be up here with a thick line. Just to make that happy. Pull in a little bit here and right here. Bruv. That's more Brooker's lingo. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all sound funny to me.
Set. A second-class stamp and a jawbreaker how to cover it. And that's South England slang, they're all fairies down there.
Yeah. South England, huh? There's never anything good in south of anything. The south side of anything. Huh? Just throwing lines in the water, people. I filled them up with bait. Just throwing lines in the water. For that matter, I might be dynamite fishing. I don't even know. What's the difference? Junior Sim Racing has a channel where he does sim racing and is pretty darn good at it. There you go, buddy. Yeah, go see him. But if you wanted to find it, it would be GR Sim Racing.
They get 3 hours of sunlight a day. It's why they have weird eyes and haircuts to go with their web feet and their trophy wife cousin-in-law.
Now we know what you guys think of the South. That is hilarious, Junior. Jerry Tulit, what is up, dude? Good day to you too, sir. Welcome. How about if we bring a little bit of white in to this muddy green. Bring it back to the small brush. How's it going today, Jerry? Jerry too lit? Oh, I already told you. Never mind. I was gonna be like, it's on the way. Code 1, code 1, code 1. The bird has flown the coop. La 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 la. Oh. I was like having fun. So see what I'm doing right now? Thinking. That could be a problem. I could really destroy some things by thinking. I gotta be careful. Let's go back to not thinking. That should be easy for me, huh? You got it. You got it. You got it. Appreciate you all for showing up, hanging out with me today. I'm worried right now. I have no home on this painting at the moment. It reminds me of the wheel in Rust. Sometimes you can see it. Sometimes the king of probability sitting in the chair next to you letting you know what you see. Other times you can see it, but sometimes the wheel is giving you nothing. And this painting right now, it's not giving me much. Let's back up. Take off the glasses.
Junior Racing. Second.
See what's happening.
Looks like a cobalt mine in the middle of your Amazon forest.
Nice, dude.
Is this a smokescreen for your shady side hustle, hide your crimes in plain sight?
Uh-huh. That's all this is, dude. That's all this is. Hiding my crimes. The crimes of humanity. My only crime is to be beautiful. My crimes. I used to do crimes. Now my only crime is, whatever this is, pretending to be an artist. That's literally the only thing I do. I'm so good at pretending that I've even set up a whole room just for pretending. And I appreciate you all joining, hanging with me today in this pretend world we've created. There's more over there, you just can't see them.
Said, you've changed in Rust Absolute Pussy. There once was a man who'd take his scrap and put it all on 20 narrow decrepit aiming, and side hustle artist has changed you.
Well, hopefully for the better, my friend. Hopefully for the better. Stagnation is no place to be. So what I got to do now is kind of just not look at the painting. Clear my eyes of any painting. Look at other paintings I've done. Drink some coffee. Cheers, everybody. Then what that'll do is just clean my eyes. Right now, there's just a repetition, and it would be better if I took a walk for 10 minutes to kind of just get outside, and because then you can look at the painting with fresh eyes. No, not the same geometry that's just implanted. For a while, I may have been growing cannabis, and when you're around these plants all day, even when you close your eyes, that's all you see is that geometry. It kind of blew my mind, and it started to activate my geometrical thoughts on all of this. That's why they all have these crazy lines on them. But it's the same thing. You just get implanted with this kind of visual, and you can't do art like that. You got to take breaks. Otherwise, look what we could do. We could make the cards. I make my own business cards. Here's one with a couple paintings on it. Yeah, cut them out. Here's one with a couple paintings on it. Yeah, cut them out. All the info's on the back. People love them. Who's that handsome fella? All on the back.
Giving it space has helped to notice and think newly for it.
For sure, Nadia. For sure. These are all paintings, all prints available.
Junior Racing.
All up.
Said,
where is it?
You missed your calling in life being a poet. If you'd have been born 2,300 years earlier, you'd have been minted and rolling in puss.
I mean, all right. Oh shoot, I just turned around and I looked at it. It was something. I'm gonna go over here. All the way over here. Ooh. So I'm standing at the front window inside the building, front window distance, so 20 feet from the painting. And boy, oh boy, am I getting excited.
Junior Racing. Said, we can see your semi, by the way.
Chub chub. Chub chub. This is something. Yeah, the blues, the rusts, all of these colors that are happening within and underneath, it's an idea. It's a sponsorship of rock, of mineral. All right, so we want this subconscious, like, bringing thought to you that this is a painting of mineral. So by the time we get the foliage done with the highlights, so that they're all sitting up and out, and the grasses and all that's here, which we still have a long way to go with this dark green. Then It'll be banging.
It's beautiful, keep the cobalt mine.
I feel what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put in the dark green, probably even more today. I gotta take a little break. And then probably cut out. And then the next time we come in, we'll deal with the distance over here to pull that further back, right? That'll be like Saturday. And then also pulling in some of this bright. So whatever I'm gonna be laying down over here will be just the highlights of these plants. Then come next Thursday, we go back up into the sky zone, boom, up here, where it needs some work. I'm really skeptical on this super top part here. However, I think I can make it work. I mean, I know I can make it work. But how? Maybe you guys will join. Maybe you'll subscribe if you're new here, and you'll get notified because you hit all those stupid bells and whistles that get you there. You know what I mean, man? You know what I mean, man? So I brought it back down to a normal viz. Just checking this out. I hit 1,000 hours on here the other day, this channel, Dalton Gallery. What a crazy cool thing. You know how long it took me to hit 1,000 hours on my gaming channel? It was probably because I was doing art and gaming on that channel, and it was really screwing up my algorithm. Once I stopped doing art on that channel and just moved it over to here, everything changed. It all started to work. Look at how crazy that is. You guys, that can't look good. That looks horrible. So I'm putting the painting back up. If you don't need it lower. This feels better. Look at this, watch this. I'm just gonna raise the camera. What a difference an angle makes. That's just an angle. That's crazy to me. Let's take a break. It's my show. I can do what I want. If I want to take a break, I take a break. Y'all do what you want. If you want to hang out, you can hang out. I really appreciate it though. Thank you. I joke, I kid. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys out here for a second. Hey, someone comes in here, could you guys sell a painting for me? I want you to be kind, courteous, you know, don't call out their features that make them quirky. You say this, because they're going to be over there. I promise you. If somebody comes in here, the first thing they do is they stand here and they go, ooh. Sometimes the most interested walk directly up to the paintings. The others come over here and they start to look at things they can afford. They like pick up pieces of paper and they're like, ooh, I like this one. And they secretly talk over here and they whisper. They're like, zabba, 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 zabba. I don't know what they're saying, but it's probably not zabba, zabba, zabba. And then they come over here. So this is where they're gonna be. And when they come in, just say hi. Sell them some art. I'll be back in 1 minute, 37 seconds. And go. nobody. Golly. That's all right. We'll get them next time, huh? We'll get them next time. Oh my gosh.
Nadia Singh says, the red painting we need to have soon on that.
Ooh. Zoom in on the red painting. Now, the thing is with the red painting, I don't know if it's done. Sorry. The red painting is an idea. All right? Now, this idea is I want to make the paintings I'm doing much larger. 11 feet tall, 6 feet wide. That's the painting I'm going to be doing. All right? And doing the painting, okay, so that blue one is the very first one I ever did. But that size is way bigger because that's the size of a normal painting. And if I want one hugely, wildly big, I'm gonna have to change up the style a little bit, aren't I? That's my thoughts on it. Sorry about the movement, people. But again, I'm just choosing the right dimension so it looks appealing to you. It doesn't have to look like garbage while I do it. Garbage, fromage. Where's my microphone? All right, stick you guys back on the hat. And I just gotta deal with this. And thanks for sticking around today. So, you know what I really like about these? Every time I do them, it looks like a rainbow. This is a green rainbow, and it's got reds and blues and yellows and greens and purples, and it has all the colors, but like in the green hue. And I think that's when I know I'm doing something correctly, is when that happens. Then I know I'm on the right track. So dramatic, dude. Jeez. And this guy comes and he's like, did he just do all that? I gotta make it big. Just fixing the problems. Keep it real. Every line is good. Every line is functional. Every line is different. You know, it's my mantra. Why do snowflakes get all the attention? You know what I mean? Every tree is different. Every person is different. Why do snowflakes get all the credit? I mean, they're cool, but geez. This is the Brotherhood of the Traveling Paintbrush. You see, this paintbrush hits the whole thing sooner or later. Sooner or later, there's something, 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 something. Wow. Pulled the number on that color, didn't I? Let's fix it. Yawn. Sooner or later.
Navya Singh said, "It's giving a medieval vibe with the classical song in background and an artist painting a huge piece with a tinny paintbrush."
Nice. That's so cool. Saya. And if we get more Englishmen in here, English, I don't know, those people. I fucking love them. We got Junior, he's from Yorkshire. We got TJC, he's North Ireland. We got, well, Ireland, I don't know what to say in regards to that. And then we got our buddy Dell, he's in Scotland. And we all used to get together on the Tuesday at noon and play video games across the pond. They're a bunch of wild fellas. Love them dearly. YouTube and the internet is can be very good. Well, that is not the color I wanted at all. Can we make it work? Oh, I think we can. This one. That one little line. And now and then Brooker. I don't know where Brooker's from, but maybe London? He seems kind of like a Londoner. I think I've asked before. I just don't always pay attention. And I'm trying to do better at that paying attention part. It helps if you repeat what somebody has said, if you really need to retain that. Okay, I like. I can deal with that. That is acceptable. See, it's a little bit too blue, but I'm going to allow it. I think what I can do and not worry about it is not change it, but fix the, like, we got to be careful right now, or the king will have my head. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful because there's not a lot of room for mistakes now. It's filling it up. Now I can always paint over everything, but that's just a tremendous waste of time. You know? The idea here is to get things done one stroke. I have to cross this line too with the color, and that is going to be a tough one. So I have to, so from this side to this side has to be transcended. How do we do it? I got an idea. Yo, to hear this shit live though, blow the back of your head out. You gotta like go to St. Olaf Church or something for this kind of bull. But if you did, whoa, it'd change you as a human. Ooh. Let's just keep making this happen. What I could do is move away from this right now. Go over here. I'd like to sweep it underneath this bush, whatever this is. I still don't know what it is, and I don't know how big it is. I think it comes down to here. That's why I'm kind of waiting to cross it. So maybe we can come up from underneath and grow some foliage underneath there, eh? You know, bring it up slowly, and then it'll feel natural. Fix any mistakes. Bring it up, bring it up. How do we bring it up? Dad? How do you bring it up? We're having a baby. How do you bring it up? Just gotta pull up the color by its bootstraps and grab it by its ponytails and pull it up. Bring it up. Let the winds pull the seeds. Remember that before, birds have sat here and shat here. Sat and shat. The old sat and shat deal. And these birds, they may be sitting because it's raining. Yeah, getting out of the rain. So they're down here, sattin and chatting while it's raining. Moisture, fertilization, life. Choir. This has been a good day of painting for sure. Pretty impressive. So, you know, that's the stuff I think about when I'm painting these there. I'm thinking about the birds who did the old ye old sat and shat. Can I stop saying that now? Man, stuff's getting serious now. Okay, we need to be all the way over here on this rock face, little plateau. Hello, Clarice. Okay. I'm in a pretty relaxed pose right now. and I don't mind. Giving some life. So this one weird line here is really kind of screwing with my eyeballs. Let's get rid of it. Just gotta work out some physicalities of this. Ooh, you know what this is kind of like? This is my superhero. This is my superhero. What I mean by that is when you design a superhero or a monster from another planet, some alien creature, just Superman to the Hulk to anybody else. When you design these creatures, they have to have a living physicality to them. And if they don't, if they're missing the muscle tone of a human, if you're the Hulk, you can't just be all like willy-nilly with the Hulk muscles, yeah? They have to be extra large, but they have to be medical muscles. They got to be real enough, and built upon enough if it's creative energy. You know, if it's not just the bicep, tricep, and there's extras, you got to make them have a reason to be there and all that. Everything's got to kind of make sense. And you know who can suss out all that stuff? The artists you show your pieces to. So you go to Comic-Con, for instance, in San Diego, and you're a young artist and you have your portfolio, and you're there to meet Stan Lee. This is, you know, a long time ago. You're there to meet the newest, next, greatest comic guy, and you're going to show him your work so that you get validation. And you need this validation in life so that you're not wasting your time. If you're smart, you could just go through life wasting your time and enjoy. Dude, that sounds awesome.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, and welcome. But this is my super creature, because this super creature has to exist in reality in some way. Mirror chart, what's up? Welcome, hello, and appreciate you being here. While I was explaining how I was designing my landscape, I appreciate you. So every line has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, we're having problems. Yeah? And that way I can show it to any person who can suss out any of the problems. It's kind of like Dolly says, you can paint an elephant with crazy legs, just learn how to paint an elephant first. And I definitely painted plenty of landscapes. Now we paint landscapes with funny legs. It's pretty wild. I was just sitting here painting, thinking about that, and thinking, oh, this is my Hulk. This is my Avenger, or whatever. This is my, not an Avenger, that's stupid. This is my monster from some planet. It does not exist on this planet, this monster. However, in order to see the monster, you have to understand the mechanisms of the monster. What if the monster is unseeable? What if that monster is molecular? Still as damaging as a big monster. That's what I'm working on here. I'm working on a molecular monster. Let's just go with it. What is he even saying, they say?
Navyar Singh said, do you have a collection of your earlier landscapes to compare?
Yeah, in a way. I have. Look, I used to do them murals. I got in the 90s, I was getting paid stupid amount of money to paint murals in
Laura DEZ
kids'
asked,
bathrooms. Kids' bathrooms.
do you think that more lines experts will have a critical eye?
Let's see. Well, do you think the more lines experts will have a critical eye? No, but I think they will understand if I can pull it off. The idea here is that did he pull it off? Did I pull off what I needed to suggest? And how did I pull it off? What are the rules behind that? If I'm making up the rules, do the rules make sense? Does it make sense? And for me, it's like, is it a teachable thing? Is it something I can explain? And I think I can. I think there's, all the way through, we've been sidestepping it. We've been, going back and forth. I have to, because I have to work out and work out the problems in the paintings. And fortunately or unfortunately, you guys get to share in that. It's unfortunate now, but it's fortunate in the future, because you were there when. So, but what I think is going to happen over here is that this is going to blend down and be a nice ridge up too, and then it'll drop down. Something's happening over here. We still need to pull this up, pulling it up, and that's with all this green here, which we did add, and it does help. Just looking at what you guys see. Places I don't like, but we already zoomed in on this, and this is fine in its own realm. Here and here. Got to work on that, don't we? When it comes to more lines, Laura, this is what I think about that. It's this. Amazing. And that's all it carries, okay? So let's just take that amazing, because for God's sake, who would have the time? Who would think of the time, and what is time? All that. We've talked about it through my whole stream. So who is taking that? Nobody. I'll do that. I'm raising my hand. I'll do that. I'll put a bunch of lines on a painting. Because why? Underneath this painting, I already painted it, right? So underneath,
Personally, I'm loving what you did today. Great show.
Underneath, it's literally a painting done. Could have been done a long time ago. But what I have been doing is walking around, looking at art and looking at other paintings, going, oh, it's almost finished. Oh, almost finished. I can see just a couple more hard lines that make it different and banging, you know? That's paintings that are up in art galleries. I can be that judgmental. But yeah, so I already painted the painting. Now it's just about putting in the oh, wow part, because that is tens of thousands of lines make wow moments. So if the painting's underneath, I put the lines on, the balance is correct, the colors are correct, the glow is correct. That's with all the lines. That's where the work comes in, as me as the artist with help with the lines. Then it all works. Then wow. Then people comment, oh, it's got the right colors, it has the right light.
For sure, I agree. I just like goofing about the more lines.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, because on a McDonald's drive-through level, I'm going to say that with kindness in my heart. I eat at McDonald's, but so does everybody. And so with that mentality, it's you have to, you just got to be like, wow, you know. Everyone's gonna be like, wow, I wanted that. That's the major grab. Seconded by any thoughtfulness on it is far and above, you know. Boomer, Da Vinci spent 16 years painting the Mona Lisa, and look at how goofy that thing is. Now look, I've never seen the Mona Lisa in person, but I talked to a guy yesterday or the other day who has, and he's like, it's not that impressive. And I kind of assumed that in regards to the Mona Lisa. Now, when it comes to Van Gogh and things like that, I would like to see those in person because the paintbrush is what you need. It never compresses well with digital. So everything that I've seen, all the posters, all the pillows and whatever, it's pretty good, but it's not the thing. So you really kind of got to see the art to see the paintbrush, to see that moment of like, oh shoot, that's crazy. And you can kind of get that in you know, the Monets and all the pretty paintings. Everything we study in school. This one's cool. This is one of my favorites right here. It's small. It's weird. What do you think I can do with that? What can I do with that? Finish it, you know? There's a portal there. There's so much depth there. Find a bottom, I think that's it.
Laura D.E.Z. Art said, it's all in the impasto.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, how long can we keep this ruse up? How long can we pretend and tell people, hi, I'm an artist. I mean, for me, it's until I stop. But as I learned in some deep yoga practice, I'm more than just a name and muscles. I sure am happy to be here with you all. Thank you very much for joining me today. Gets all deep and such. Gets all deep. Silver City, absolutely a beautiful day outside. Let's take a look. Boom, there she blows. Hey, you guys are jaywalking. Get out of the middle of the street already. Is today Saturday? No, today's Thursday, right? We good. We good. That's what it's like talking to an artist where he's like, is this Saturday? Bro, it's Thursday. I like her pink hat, even though they use the whole street as a sidewalk. But look, no cars came down there. It's just chill here. It's 85 degrees, 29 degrees Celsius. Beautiful day. I really appreciate everyone for showing up. I want to thank my patrons for making an extra special effort. TC Hollingsworth, Jennifer Hudson Gorman, Junior Sim Racing, Boomer League, and Sandra Scala. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. And we'll see you all on Saturday, yes? Until then, I'll probably throw on a video of tomorrow here on this channel of art being done on the other channel. So keep a lookout for that, guys. Subscribe if you're new so that you get all the notifications, all the videos coming through. And we'll see you on Saturday.
Laura D.E.Z. Art said,
Peace, Laura. Have a good day.